Mike Powell was just 4 years old when Bob Beamon set one of the most durable records in all of sports, a long jump of 29 feet and 2.5 inches in the rarefied air of the 1968 Mexico City Olympics.
When he broke the record, I was 4 years old, so I didn't really have much thoughts about it at the time. Later, when I was in high school, I got a chance to measure it out and see how far the jump really was, and I couldn't believe anybody could do that, and I felt like nobody ever would jump that far at the time. But then I was a 23-foot long jumper, so I guess my mind was different. In competition, I tend to thrive off of people doing things like that, because then I feel like, okay, that was in my face, okay, I'm gonna come back and do something for you now. But wow, I guess if somebody were to come out and jump 2 feet, almost beyond the world record, so if someone were to come out and jump 31 feet, I think it might take me out of it a little bit. It just might.
Powell felt that it was inevitable that someone would break that mark, but that someone, he thought, would be Carl Lewis.
I think that early in his career, I felt like he should have broken the record. And at that time, I was not in his class at all. And I got better and better and better over time. And for me, the world record became my goal and my focus. And for him, he was kind of jumping, he was running, he was here and there. And I think for him, he felt like, oh, if a day happens where I can try to go for the record, then I will. So I don't think that was his goal. And that was my goal. That was my total focus.
What inspired Powell even more was the response of the huge Tokyo crowd of 62,000.
When you're out there competing, you got to feel like you are the best out there in the track. And that was a big thing in me breaking the world record that day. Carl had been the man for 10 years. And when you stepped onto the track, you were stepping onto his long jump runway. It's like, can we jump with you today, Carl? Because we know we can't beat you. Carl and I were, shooting glares at each other across the track, because he was jumping on one side, I was on the other side. And I think we set up the tension, because even walking out to the stadium when they were leading the athletes out, he was walking in front, and then just before he stepped on the track, I cut in front of him and walked in front of him. So it was tension out there on the track. I think the people in the stands could pick up on it. When I stepped onto the runway, before I even started to run, I knew I was going to do it then. I wasn't thinking, okay, I'm going to break the world record. I'm thinking, I'm going to go in the first place and jump further than Carl did. As soon as I started running, I felt my rhythm going. I knew it was going to be a great jump. Even let out a yell after I got in the air. And at that point, I knew it was far, and I came back and looked, and I said, okay, that's it. I knew it was a record.